Hello guys and ladies, if you're at this video it means you've watched my Assassin's Creed 1 walkthrough. Apparently this was my first walkthrough of a PC game, so this was a big project for me actually. So I've done a walkthrough of CSR Racing, which is an Android game, but that's all. So yeah, basically this is the first PC game that I did a walkthrough of. But there will be more in time. So I've decided to talk a little about this game that I just beat in under 17 hours. Meanwhile, you're watching a few skills that Altair shows off while in combat, which I'm pretty sure you haven't seen a lot because I'm playing more of a secured way, the Assassin's Creed games. I'm basing more on the stealth parts and free running parts because after all, that's why he's called an assassin, right? Am I right? No? Okay. So back to the plot. The game primarily takes place during the Third Crusade in the Holy Land in 1191, and more precisely in the city of Damascus, Jerusalem, Acre, Vasuf, and Masyaf. Yeah, Masyaf is actually just a castle, not a city. Is the castle of the assassin secret order, which is kind of serves like a safe house for the assassins. Yeah, kind of like a safe house. So, with the plot revolving around the secret order of assassins based upon the Hashashin sect. This Hashashin faction actually existed in the real world around 1000 and 1215, around those years, roughly at the same time period when the Templar Knights faction was at large within the Crusader army. So, we were playing as a character Desmond Miles, who is a bartender who is kidnapped by Abstergo Industries. There, Desmond is forced to interface with the Animus, a device that is able to replay the genetic memories of the user's ancestors. In Desmond's case, they seek information about his ancestor, Altair ibn Lahadan, an assassin during the time of the Third Crusade. Within the Animus, Altair's memories reveal that he was attempting to stop Robert de la Sable from taking an artifact, Ark of the Covenant, referred as the Piece of Eden from the Solomon's Temple, but broke all three of the Assassin's Creed tenets in the process. This creed has three main rules, which of the first one is stay your blade from the flesh of an innocent. The second one, hide in plain sight, become one with the crowd. And the last one, of course, never compromise the Brotherhood. So, after this and Altair gets back to Masyaf, the Brotherhood leader, Al-Mualim, demotes Altair to the rank of novice, and assigns him the task of assassinating 9 people, all of whom are Templars, to regain his former status. Of course, I forgot to mention that Altair, at the beginning of the game, is a very highly ranked member of this creed. As Altair completes the assassinations, he finds that each was a member of the Templars searching the area for pieces of Eden, artifacts similar to the one de Sable attempted to steal. Upon encountering a heavily guarded de Sable, he discovers that it was actually Maria de la Sable's steward, disguised in his armor. She demands he finishes the assassination, but he spares her. Whatever. Altair kinda loves females, I guess. Women's. Oh yeah. So, moving on. Altair learns the location of De La Sable, encounters him in front of King Richard I, who is, by the way, the leader of the Crusaders, and accuses him of Templar treason. King Richard makes the two fight and let the gods decide who is telling the truth. Altair eventually kills De La Sable, who, within his dying breath, reveals the existence of the 10th Templar. Well guys, you guessed who that was. Al-Mualim. He was the 10th Templar. Returning to the Brotherhood, Altair finds Al-Mualim in possession of the Apple of Eden, that is able to control people's minds. Altair is forced to fight his way through innocents and assassins under Al-Mualim's control, of course with a little help, with the help of his sworn brother Malik, who lost his arm, and brother because of Altair in Solomon's temple. At the very beginning of the game, this happened. In time passing, they make peace with each other and apologize to each other. So, of course, they decide to help each other in the battle against Al-Mualim. Altair eventually sees through Al-Mualim's tricks using the artifact and kills him. Upon approaching the artifact, Altair is surprised to find it displays a holographic projection showing locations of the other hidden artifacts around the world. So, basically there are half a dozen, no, not half a dozen, 2 dozen of those artifacts hidden around the world. At this point, Desmond is brought out of the Animus. His purpose was served. He comes to learn that Abstergo is a front for the modern-day Templars. So basically, who abducted him are Templars. Abstergo equals Templars. Abstergo is now set to use the location of the map seen by Altair to find more pieces of Eden, believing that they must collect all the artifacts to control the world's population in order to stave off the end of the world in 2012. Desmond's life is spared by Lucy Stillman, an assassin mole dabbling as an Abstergo scientist. Left alone in his locked room, Desmond discovers, through the bleeding effects from his time spent in the Animus, he can use eagle vision to read numerous messages written in blood on the walls and floors left by the previous test subject, which is Subject 16, that foretell the end of the world. In this historical world, the Animus recreates often the times, places, and deaths of the historical characters are very accurate. Of course, all the historical characters are Altair's targets. How interesting. Can we tell that the assassins existed, the Templars existed, the targets existed? Why not? Maybe this whole secret war existed once. And maybe even now. Who knows? Decide for yourselves, guys. The action was going on between the 3 cities. Jerusalem, Damascus are held by the Turkish army commanded by Salah ad-Din, and Acre was held by the Crusader commanded by King Richard I. In each city the player would have to complete a number of side quests which provided information about Altair's target before they would be able to obtain an assassination quest from the local Brotherhood guidemaster, called the Rafiks, which were found in the burials. Those burials you can see in the walkthroughs and the Rafiks in every city. Of course, if you haven't seen them already, please go ahead and watch them. You will enjoy them. I guarantee it. So that's all about now. Assassin's Creed One World. If you joined the walkthroughs, please subscribe for more, because I will give you more if you subscribe. Just, click that red button there, which says subscribe. If you want to see me play live, then follow my Twitch channel, to which I leave a link in the description down below. So, safety and peace, my brothers. See you in Florence.